Childhood, the time for children to be in school and play, to grow strong and confident, to live free from fear and safe from violence. Although this might sound obvious, today's conception of childhood originated in the modern era and began to spread no sooner than during the Industrial Revolution. With increasing productivity of labour, the period witnessed a growing number of entrepreneurs, civil servants, teachers, doctors, and lawyers. The middle class expanded and its living standards rose. Firms appeared, moving economic activity away from people's homes. For the first time in our history, a significant part of the population could afford to appreciate, in the words of Viviane Zelia, economically worthless but emotionally priceless childhood. On the other hand, the Industrial Revolution increased the demand for low-skilled labour in mines and factories. At the beginning of the 19th century, 15% of England's workforce were children. It is only thanks to the rising living standards of the working class and governmental interventions that the majority of Europe's society adopted today's conception of childhood by mid-20th century. But remember, not all children were this lucky. In less developed countries, child labour still exists and its level is alarmingly high. To some extent, it's so because we are able to outsource a lot of manual work to these countries in the more connected world of today. The fact that some parts of the world rely on child labour in order to compete in the globalised capitalistic market have horrible impact on these children's lives and their health. It has also negatively impacted economies as a whole. Children who work instead of going to school increase the economy's GDP in the short term, but are not likely to improve its long-term competitiveness by bringing skills and innovation. Going back to the Western countries, joy, games and education is one of the only aspects of our childhood. As parents tend to have less children but invest more, relevant markets have reached enormous size. The children market nowadays accounts for $1.88 trillion in the world, the size of the GDP in India, and children are being taught the role of consumer at an early age. Many industries focus on children as their target clients, and advertising companies capitalise on the fact that children are easily manipulated and that they have an enormous power over their parents. The amount of money spent on marketing kids in America has increased from $100 million in 1989 to $17 billion today. Facing such questionable practice, countries such as Norway impose restrictions on advertising for children. It seems that in fully developed countries we can discuss the value of childhood in monetary terms again.